Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Delp Chanel's 48 World, where we do the bold and the beautiful recaps and reviews. We're going to be going over the one that aired on yesterday, July 6th. Yes, Thursday. And let's get on right on into it now. Quinn is telling Eric of the incidents, the kisses, the hugs, I guess she didn't probably tell about the bedroom little romp where her and Ridge was laying down in the bed trying to get it on. But you know, it is what it is. She tells half the truth, and hopefully the other half won't even come up unless people got pictures. Okay, so I tell you, it's not safe. It's not safe anymore in the daytime soap operas, especially when the truth is told and the writers want action. Okay. Oh, Ridge goes on to say it wasn't nothing about nothing. It was just pure vanity. Wow, Sheila's looking on like, don't make that as no excuse. You both knew what you were doing, but you still did it anyway. Then we got Brooke is thinking something is wrong while her and Bill are out lounging on the outside of their mansion and just enjoying one another and the earth itself and the sun rays and all of that. Bill goes on to find out if someone's trying to creep on his property grounds or whatever, because he says when Brooke always gets upset about something, something is always going on. Okay, then we got Coco. Coco has had an accident in old Ridge's vintage convertible. I want to say it's a Chevrolet something. I can't recall what it's called, but it's one of those antique versions of an old Mustang, I want to say, but it might not be. Anyway, she ends up in a car accident, runs herself off the road. Luckily, it was off the road, not the cliff itself. That would have been tragic, right? And Coco was doing something that she should have been doing from the get go since she's so responsible. You know what I'm saying? So morality flag waving and all of that. And I'm like, oh, okay. But she feels like unless RJ don't wake up, she's gonna have to tell them the truth of what she was doing while driving. Okay. Here we go to Bill. Bill comes back to try to reassure Brooke everything is fine. But Brooke tells Bill it's a feeling that she has that she should be somewhere right now. And of course, her instincts are on point because RJ is in the hospital. Coco is trying to console herself about the incident or the car accident while she's also calling for 911 assistance. Then we got Erica's telling Quinn off. I'm like, about time. Who thank you, Lord. The storyline has finally come to a head. And he's not finished with Ridge yet. He said Ridge Maroney. He didn't say Ridge Foster. That's right. He said Ridge Maroney. So you know Eric is too fed up with him. He's telling Quinn to her face, you betrayed me. You betrayed our vows. I'm like, okay, go ahead, get on her behind Eric, if you will. Okay. And I'm like, go on and get rid of her, Eric. That would be the piece de resistance. Go on now, go on. Toss her and Ridge Maroney on out. Okay? Putting them digs and ridges behind. Then we go to commercial. We come back. We have Brooke receives a phone call from Coco about RJ being in the hospital, being in an accident. Brooke rushes out the house with Bill in tow, headed to the hospital. Then we got Ridge tries to explain to Eric about the incident between him and Quinn. There's no more explaining. There's just remnants of what they may have had. Then we have Eric still blames Quinn for her secrets, her lies, etc., etc., etc. We're playing with Ridge. Ridge has a history of knowing, always trying to take Eric Forster's women from him. Now, this is just the last, or what you call it, kick in the head. Then we got Ridge's phone is ringing. And Eric is pretty much telling him to go on and answer it. It's just something else he's going to have to do that's dirty and deceitful. He might as well go and answer his phone because he's pretty much done with them, pretty much washed up. Then he leaves to go abruptly to the hospital to see how RJ is doing, but he don't tell anybody. He just bounces out, leaving poor Quinn with Eric and his endless questions about their affair he had with Ridge while Sheila looks on, and then Quinn can't believe Ridge left her to fend herself all alone. Yep, you're going to start talking instead of crying. Go to commercial, we come back. We got Bill and Brooke arrive at the hospital and gets the medical findings from the doctor on staff that's treating her son. When Ridge shows up at the hospital with all his questions, so what happened, why it happened, is everybody okay, this, that, and the third. Then we have Bill is consoling Coco when Ridge wants to know what was going on. Coco was texting while driving Ridge. That's what was going on. And she's scared as hell to tell you. But no, that's just my sidebar. that didn't come up. But yeah, I'm like, where's your morality now? Where's all your being truthful now? You're scared, huh, Coco? But stand in your own shit, okay? Tell them what's up. Might go to jail, but it is what it is. Then we have Eric sides with Sheila, only because Sheila had the guts to tell him the truth about what was going on. Then we have Eric reminisces about the portrait he had made strictly for Quinn, and he was happy about coming home and this, that, and the third, and seeing her beautiful face on the wall as well as in person. And he just couldn't help. He spent most of his days when he was married to Steffi at the office. That's why he contributed so much to his great success and his works, because he didn't want to come home. He felt more alive and at peace when he was at work than coming home to Steffi and all her drama. Okay? So he's just expressing that to Quinn, but all that has just obliterated itself. Blown up in ashes is how he's feeling. Quinn is trying to convince Eric there's nothing else between her and Bridge. He said, I'm not so sure. When will be the next time? That's what he told y'all. I was like, go ahead, Eric. Bring her butt out. Then she's pleading with Eric to not leave her. And Sheila is there being the calm voice, the rational voice, the sinister voice to gain favor in Eric's eyes. She ain't going nowhere. Okay, because she did her just due. She just told what was going on that everybody knew about except for him. He's being the mockery. He's been made to look like the fool. Go to commercial, we come back. We have Ridge and Brooke are talking with the nurse about RJ's conditions. Bill steps in, wants to rush RJ to another hospital for him to be of a better team of neurologists to, I guess, get him out of his coma. Red said he ain't going nowhere, trying to throw his little fatherly thing around, and Brooks trying to calm him down. Say, Bill is just trying to help. He ain't trying to, overstep your boundaries. Whatnot. He said, I know, just I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, yeah, I know you don't want to talk about it, Mr. Ridge Maroney. Ridge is trying to get Coco then to tell him the truth about the accident. Of course, everybody's thinking that RJ was at fault because he was driving this, that, and third. And then Coco gives some insight to know it wasn't him driving, it was her. And as she goes on to possibly tell the truth of what actually happened, RJ wakes up and saves Coco from Ridge's clutches. Okay. Then we have Eric still talking to Quinn about her behavior with Ridge. He's very upset with her. He's not letting anything slide under the rocks. He's meeting it head on, and he's disgusted with her. He even goes on telling y'all he can't stand to look at her. Quinn's still trying to vanish Sheila out. And, so her and Erica had this time together. Yeah, so you could try to work on his emotions. Sheila said, oh, hell to the no. No, Sheila's not going anywhere, but somebody is going somewhere. So he just pretty much tell Quinn to go. But Quinn thinks that he's telling Sheila to go. He said, no, Sheila stays. She's fine. But it's you the one who has to go. I was like, oh, there we go, Eric. Put the lady out on her keister. And wherever she falls up to, it doesn't really matter at this point. Even in this case, go find Ridge. I'm sure he's out there to comfort you. Y'all can do what y'all been doing behind my back for some more time, okay? But she goes on to leave half-heartedly, half reluctantly. But, hey, it's his house. It's not hers. But if Quinn has anything to do about it, she'll come up with some suit where if they get a divorce, she taking half, just to get even. Like, really? That's what we're going with this? But anyway, she leaves, and Sheila stays. And Sheila's gladly left to clean up the mess that both Ridge and Quinn has made for themselves. Eric looks at Quinn's picture, and Sheila comes over from behind him, put her hands on his shoulder, lay her head on his back. And I'm like, ooh, ain't that the devil? Ain't that the devil coming out? And Eric don't even know. He's in worse shape than he was prior to getting rid of Quinn. Reality is what it is. Eric is falling to Sheila's clutches once again instead of bouncing her off out the house too. Okay? Wouldn't be surprised if they wrote a storyline for him to sleep with Sheila. And Sheila come up pregnant. Well, wouldn't that be a hoot, guys? That would be a hoot and a bunch of feces. Okay? But anyway, it seems like Sheila is having the last laugh because she's also smirking as the show is going off for yesterday's episode, leaving Quinn and Ridge to fend for themselves and probably work together to get Sheila out of Eric's life. Okay, but that's just how I see it. We'll see if it develops into that particular storyline. But other than that, that's all I have for The Bold and the Beautiful for July 6, 2017. Please share and like my videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel at this time, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. And share my videos. All right, guys. Talk to y'all for tomorrow's episode, which will air on July 7th. Okay, take care. Rest easy. Bye bye.